Welcome to Hungarian Insights, your go-to channel for exploring Hungary's rich history, vibrant culture, and language learning resources. Think you know Hungarian history? Let's play fact or fiction with the dramatic story of the Hungarian people.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Are you ready to test your knowledge of history? Today we'll be taking a deep dive into the origins of the Hungarian people and the conquest of the Carpathian Basin.
But we're going to have a little fun with it.
I love fun.
We'll be playing a little game of fact or fiction.
Okay, I'm intrigued already.
I'll give you 3 statements about Hungarian history.
Okay,
And all you have to do is guess if they're fact or fiction.
sounds easy enough, but I have a feeling you're going to try to stump us.
Well, let's see how well you know your Hungarian history.
I'm ready to bring on the challenge. Let's start with statement number 1.
All right, here it is. The Magyars, ancestors of modern Hungarians, were originally nomadic people who came from Siberia and were renowned for their equestrian skills and military prowess.
Okay, so nomadic people from Siberia, known for their horsemanship and military skills, fact or fiction? I'm going to go with fact on this one. It just feels right. You know those nomadic warrior vibes?
You are absolutely correct. It is a fact.
All right, got one right up the bat.
The Magyars were indeed a nomadic people originally from the Eastern European steppes.
Ah, so not Siberia, but close.
And they were known for their incredible equestrian skills and military prowess.
I knew it. Something about those fierce horsemen just screamed fact.
They were masters of the recurve bow, which proved very effective against the heavier cavalries of their European adversaries.
Wow, so they were like the archers of the ancient world taking on heavily armored knights. I can just picture it now. This is already so fascinating. All right, what's next?
All right, for statement number 2. The Kalandazasok, the period of Magyar raids across Europe, ended after their decisive victory at the Battle of Pressburg in 907, solidifying their dominance in the region.
The Kalandazazok. Sounds pretty intense. So they were raiding all across Europe and then won a big battle at Pressburg, which cemented their power. That's got to be fact, right? It just sounds so epic and like a major turning point.
Not quite. You're actually wrong on this one. It's fiction.
Oh, what? Really? Okay, now I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
The Kalanasasok did happen. They were a series of raids that struck fear into the hearts of Europeans for decades. But it wasn't the Battle of Pressburg that ended them. It was actually their defeat at the Battle of Lechfeld in 955.
Ah, Lechfeld. Okay, so a
Yeah.
different battle.
And a crucial one at that. This defeat by the Germans forced the Magyars to transition from a nomadic raiding lifestyle to a more settled one.
Wow, so this battle was a real game changer. It forced them to change their entire way of life, so they went from these fearsome raiders to settling down and establishing themselves in the Carpathian Basin.
Exactly. It marked a pivotal moment in their history, leading to their eventual integration into the Christian world.
Fascinating. Okay, I'm ready for the last one.
All right, here we go. Following the Battle of Mohawks in 1526, which saw the Ottomans defeat the Hungarian forces, Hungary was divided into 3 parts. Royal Hungary under Habsburg rule, Ottoman Hungary under direct Ottoman rule, and Transylvania as a semi-independent principality under Ottoman suzerainty.
Okay, this is a lot to unpack. The Battle of Mohawk, Ottomans, Habsburgs, Transylvania. This sounds complicated, but also like something that probably actually happened, right? I mean, history can be messy like that. So I'm going to go with fact.
You are absolutely correct. It is a fact.
Yes. 3 for 3, I'm on a roll.
After their defeat at Mohawks, Hungary was indeed divided into 3 parts, just like you said.
Wow, so this tripartite division lasted for over 150 years.
Yes, and significantly impacted the development of each region.
It's incredible how these events from centuries ago continue to shape the world we live in today.
Absolutely, and that's what makes history so fascinating.
I completely agree. Well, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with myself for getting all 3 statements right. I guess I know more about Hungarian history than I thought.
You did great, and it looks like our listeners are pretty knowledgeable too.
Yeah, big shout out to everyone playing along at home. So what's up next on our deep dive into Hungarian origins? Okay, so we learned about the nomadic origins of the Magyars, their fierce raids across Europe, and the tripartite division of Hungary after the Battle of Mohawks. But there's still so much more to uncover about their journey to the Carpathian Basin and the establishment of the Hungarian state. What else do you have for us?
Let's continue our game of fact or fiction, shall we?
I'm loving this game. Bring it on.
All right, statement number 4. The Magyars, despite their warrior culture, readily adopted Christianity and quickly integrated into the European Christian world. What do you think? Fact or fiction?
That's a tough one. On one hand, they were known for their warrior culture, which doesn't necessarily scream quick to adopt a new religion. But on the other hand, becoming Christian would definitely have helped them integrate into Europe. So which is it? I'm going to have to go with fiction. I think it probably took a bit longer than quickly for them to fully embrace Christianity. What do you say?
You are right again. It is fiction. While the Magyars did eventually convert to Christianity, it wasn't an overnight process.
Makes sense. I mean, changing your entire belief system is a big deal. It takes time.
Exactly. It was a gradual process influenced by both political strategy and genuine religious conversion.
So it's a combination of factors. Interesting. How did their warrior background play into this transition?
Well, their military power certainly gave them a strong position, but to truly thrive in Europe, they needed to find a way to coexist with the established Christian powers.
So adopting Christianity was a strategic move as well as a spiritual one. It helped them forge alliances and secure their place in the region.
Precisely. It was a complex process that unfolded over time, shaping the future of the Hungarian people. Okay, ready for the next challenge.
Hit me with it.
Statement number 5. The Magyars, under the leadership of their first king, established a powerful and centralized kingdom right from the start, uniting the various tribes under a single rule, fact or fiction.
Ooh, this one is interesting. So a strong, centralized kingdom led by their first king, right off the bat. That sounds a little too good to be true to me. I'm going to say fiction. I bet it took some time for them to solidify their power and create a truly unified kingdom. What do you think?
You are on fire. It is fiction again.
This game is too easy for me.
You're clearly a history buff.
I try my best. All right, so tell me more about the early days of the Hungarian state.
Well, remember, the Magyars were originally organized into tribes.
Right, they weren't exactly known for their centralized government before arriving in the Carpathian Basin.
Exactly. So while they did have leaders and a sense of shared identity, it took time to forge a truly unified kingdom under a single ruler.
So it was a process of consolidation, bringing together different tribes with their own customs and loyalties under a common banner.
Exactly. Think of it like piecing together a puzzle. It takes time and effort to create a complete picture.
And I imagine there were probably some power struggles along the way as different factions vied for control.
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't always a smooth transition. There were conflicts and challenges to overcome before a strong and stable kingdom could emerge.
That makes sense. It's fascinating to see how they navigated those early years and eventually established a lasting Hungarian state. All right, what's the final statement? I'm ready to conquer this fact or fiction challenge once and for all.
Okay, here's the last one. The conquest of the Carpathian Basin marked the end of the Magyars' nomadic lifestyle, leading to the establishment of a settled agricultural society, fact or fiction.
Okay, let me think about this one. They've conquered a new land. They're starting to form a more unified kingdom. And the Carpathian Basin is known for its fertile soil, perfect for agriculture. It seems logical that they would transition from a nomadic lifestyle to a more settled one. So I'm going to go with fact. What's the verdict?
You got it. That is a fact.
Yes. Another one, right?
The conquest of the Carpathian Basin was indeed a turning point for the Magyars. It marked the end of their nomadic wanderings and the beginning of their life as settled farmers and townspeople.
Wow, so this was the moment they finally put down roots and started building a permanent home for themselves.
Exactly. It was a major shift in their history and laid the foundation for the development of Hungarian culture and society as we know it today.
From nomadic warriors to settled farmers, it's amazing how much the Magyars transformed during this period.
It really is. They adapted to their new environment, embraced new ways of life, and ultimately shaped the destiny of a nation.
And we got to experience it all through a game of fact or fiction.
I have to admit, I was impressed with your knowledge of Hungarian history.
Well, I've always been fascinated by these kinds of stories about migration, conquest, and the birth of nations. And the Magyars' journey is full of those dramatic twists and turns.
Absolutely. It's a story that reminds us of the power of human resilience, adaptability, and the enduring impact of the past on the present.
Well said. And it's a reminder that history is more than just dates and battles. It's about the people who lived through those events and the choices they made that shaped the world we live in today.
Exactly. And while we focused on some key moments in Magyar history today, there are countless individual stories waiting to be discovered.
Story of everyday people facing extraordinary challenges and leaving their mark on the tapestry of time.
And that's what makes history so captivating. It's a never-ending journey of exploration and discovery.
So to all our listeners out there, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep unearthing those fascinating stories from the past.
Because as we've seen today, even a simple game of fact or fiction can unlock a world of knowledge and wonder.
This has been another fantastic deep dive. Thank you for joining us on this adventure through Hungarian history. And until next time, keep those curiosity gears turning.
Our podcast discussions are based on our ebook, Hungary's Hall of Fame in a Nutshell. History, literature, art, music, science, sport. Scan the QR code or check the link in the description to download your copy of Hungary's Hall of Fame in a Nutshell. As a special bonus, you'll also receive the Illustrated Companion, featuring over 100 detailed illustrations to visually enrich your understanding of the book's content. Thank you for watching.